All right, we are now live in five. Actually, we're live now. What the fuck am I even saying? What is up,
Yeah.
guys? Welcome back. We did a quick stream transition because Dane is a sleepy boy and I am sadly not because I just woke up from a fat nap. I am joined by Red Lightning and Mary.
Hello.
And
Howdy.
let's get into the pro draft. Yeah.
Support
So
bands.
Wisher versus Rams of Love.
So no Wisher bans yet. No bans against Wisher. Usually you see like him target bans super hard. I don't know what the bans were in game one because I wasn't here for pick ban in game one.
They were
but
about the same. Malphite ban, Tarek ban, and they banned his Silas.
yeah, but they left up a Kali. I guess they think Kassadin sucks, so they'll leave it up. Even though Kassadin, he did pick it into Big Ichi. Big Ichi just didn't counter it. But I guess he knows he's willing to play the Lucian mid, even if Lucian mid's kind of bad. So dangerous to pick Kassadin, but he's done it before.
Ooh,
And
the Jin pick.
leaving up a Kali is bold. The Jin pick is good. I like that. I think Jin is just the best ADC hands down. And if you can't, I don't know if Wagner plays Samira, but if you can't play Samira, there's no reason to not pick Jin.
Yeah, no, he does not play Samira.
Yeah, you're just gonna get the best AD then.
Yeah, I mean MF isn't that bad into Jin. I think Kaisa might not be that bad either.
I'll be right back. I need water.
But... Oh.
You guys got this.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, we got an Ezreal pick over on side of Rams of Love.
Interesting. Try to keep Wagner out of harm's way, I assume. And
He does play a little Ezreal. And
yeah.
they'll take the Shen away from Wisher's team.
Good pick. I kind of liked. I like the Shen, and Shen can still win lane pretty hard. He's really good. You can build Sunfire and do a lot of deeps. But I did like the Cho'Gath pick.
Oh yeah, the Cho is the best pick of the game. Like we were like watching him zoom around. Dane gives thumbs up. Maokai.
Good Maokai pick. I think Urgot would have been pretty bad into Shen. I think that Maokai is much better. Still just a tank battle. You're not necessarily going to win it, but you know it's hard to. Even if you get punished as a Maokai, like you're still going to be useful. You're still a tank.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible that both of those roles are going support. Unlikely for Ranzolv, actually, because their sub player is a Lulu Yumi Enchantress, Enchanter's support.
But both of those champs are banned, so maybe she'll have to learn how to play Nautilus.
In the game, yeah.
Really quick. And then Olaf pick, stealing it away. Or not even stealing it away, because they already picked Nunu on the side of whatchamacallem, League Ballers, but stealing away Kolma's Olaf still, I guess. Picking that up. Getting the good early pressure.
To ban the Kassadin.
No Amumu picks. I don't like it. I think Nunu is better right now, just because you could be so much more active on the map early on and get the ball literally snowball the game. But
dirty.
I have returned from my excursion.
Yeah, they're just banning all the e-girls.
They banned all the e-girls. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Hecarim e-girl. Classic e-girl.
I mean, it's not surprising that they ban all the e-girls because, they usually do e-girl supports plus jungle. They really did ban all the e-girl supports, didn't they? So, I mean,
I guess I don't know. I guess they didn't get punished by not banning any Wisher champs the first round because it looks like he wanted to wait till second round anyway. So they still get two mid bans in there. Better late than never. Get rid of the Akali that just kind of bodied you last game. When I say kinda, I mean absolutely bodied you last game. Keep him off of that.
Definitely. And looks like they find, you can ban 4 e-girl supports away, but for every e-girl support you ban, there's another one that you can pick. And Janna will be the e-girl support that is picked up in this game.
Unlimited supply of e-girls.
I like Janna into this team a lot.
I don't.
I just don't like Janna, period. Yeah, Janna just kind of sucks.
Janna's up there right now. I think she's...
Is she?
Yeah. Because she's got 2 slows. No, she's got a knock up and a slow, so you can build Imperial Mandate on her.
I like it into Nunu. It's really easy, you just knock him out of a snowball, use your ult, use your Q, whatever. Interrupt him there. But
Janna's
the rest of those champs.
No, it's good against Jin because you can just run away from him, right? If you move faster than Jin
I
does.
guess. True. They do leave up Wisher's Vladimir. I assume he'll probably take that. I don't think Vlad's amazing into that comp. Like, Jaina can knock you away if you don't hit your W in time. Ezreal's pretty safe, and it's not like Shen and Olaf are, like, really your targets when you're playing Ezreal. And the Galio instantly taken into him. I don't think Galio's good into Vlad. I don't like it at all.
Wait, Mary, why did you type Lokesh piss enthusiast in the chat?
I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me. I don't know where I heard that phrase from before.
Where do you... Oh my fucking god.
Still wishing I hadn't heard that phrase. But, I don't know. I don't like the Galio-Vladimir matchup. I don't think it's good in lane. I guess they can look to try to use their globals with Shen and Galio to get a lead early, and then you don't really have to worry about the 1v1 matchup, but, like, Galio has no pressure onto Vlad ever. Vlad can W his taunt, and so there's no worry about the CC, and you just let Vlad sit there, basically just free farm against you. You're never going to, like, chunk him down with your W, beat your Qs, because he's just going to keep Qing himself back to full health. So, not my idea of a pick to shut down Vlad. I would have liked to see something like Echo. I think Echo can really, if you play right, can really body a Vlad.
You really have to play around the Q cooldown, which is like really easy to do pre-level 9 and before Vlad gets his, like, I guess first CDR item.
Yeah.
And hits like a ton of ability haste, but until then, Echo pretty much has free reign in the lane if you can just like keep track of his Q cooldown, because the thing is, like, regardless of what he does, Vlad will lose a trade because he'll be forced to W, like, part of your combo, and that's, like, getting your passive off. Now, if you get your passive off before he Ws, then that's, like, a turbo win for you, right? Because now he's at, like, 10% HP, and then your cooldowns are up faster than his, and you can just all in him.
Yeah,
so
if you get a kill in
Echo
that lane,
does have a really good advantage against Vlad. Vlad will bully him out, like, level 1, but, like, I'd say level 2 to level 8, Echo does really well. And then, like, level 9 onwards, provided the Echo is ahead, he just kind of steamrolls the Vlad. It's not even close.
Exactly. If you get ahead on the Echo, you'll win it. But if you get behind at any point, you'll lose.
Right.
Wait, is that Echo instead of Galio?
No, it's not. I just wish it was.
Oh, okay. I think you guys are missing, like, the big brain plays here, which is that they have two kind of global ults here. So that they can just be, like, wherever the fuck they want to be.
The thing is with these global ults, though, I mean, there isn't really much of a good delivery method other than, like, Olaf running into the team, and, like, he presses R, and sure, he gets, like, a Galio shield and a Shen shield, but, like, who's to say, like, Vladimir, like, Bard, and Maokai can't just, like, run past him, or, like, just maybe even just blow him up before he gets to Jin, provided they play properly. Like, that's my biggest gripe against...
Yeah, I guess we have to see where these players are going, because if it's Youngest Lei on, it looks like it is Youngest Lei on the Olaf, I like it a lot more. Because you're putting Youngest Lei back in the jungle, and he's the carry jungler here. So you don't have to worry about him carrying through another lane. This way you just stick, I guess it's going to be Tourane, whatever his name is, on the Galio, and it makes more sense that way, so that you're not risking a volatile matchup. Vlad shouldn't really be looking to kill your Galio either. So just sit him out there and have him support Olaf throughout the game, and try to get him fed. So I mean, it makes more sense that way. I like it a little bit more, but still, just letting Vlad kind of free farm up. I mean, I'm not super confident at the ability of Rams to get this snowball rolling.
So that's Tora any top on the Shen.
Interesting. So yeah, I guess it's Ferris Man on the Galio mid. They got to snowball this game some kind of hard with this Olaf. Like, Olaf has to hard carry this game. And that's who you're protecting with Shen and Galio. Like,
Shen, Galio, and Janna. The reason that they just lock Ezreal because they know they don't need to really do anything for Ezreal. He can sort of fend for himself.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a Senna, maybe. Wagner's been pretty good on Senna.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I think Ezreal's just safer is what they're assuming, and I think Ezreal's in a pretty good spot. And if you just get lucky, like if Wagner just gets lucky in team fights, he could get some kills and actually put out some pretty hard DPS, but I think it's going to be a lot of luck in this game. I don't think bot lane's going to be the focus at all. I think you pick Janna, it's about as safe as you can get in a lane where Yumi's banned, and you're just trying not to die to this Bard Jhin, while your Olaf, your Shen, and your Galio just form like a topside jungle trio and just basically try to take everything.
Most definitely.
It's still scary though. I mean, it's not Vlad's not going to offer nearly as much as Galio does in these early skirmishes, especially pre-6. But it's not like Nunu and Maokai are slouches in fights. I mean, they're both tanks are pretty strong right now, and I think they offer a whole lot early. And they're also like, especially Nunu, he can be, if he's on the same side of the map at least, he can join any fight that Olaf is in. If he gets there in time, I don't know, like they probably win the 2v2. Like Olaf Shen probably wins that 2v2 top lane, and probably wins. Olaf Galio probably wins the 2v2 mid as well. But it might not always be 2v2s.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's always going to be 2v2, but that's definitely what they want to force. If there's going to be some way they play around the Vlad having kind of a free lane against Galio, just force 2v2s, like get prio and then roam with your jungler, because all that AoE CC and damage that Galio brings to the table, it's like a jungler's dream to have it on your team, right? So, especially when you draft something like Shen and Galio, you can just like turn this Olaf into an absolute menace.
He has to be. I mean, it's the only carry threat.
It is. It is the only carry threat at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care how strong Wagner gets on Ezreal. I mean, I'd like to see Wagner pop off and carry. But I don't really care how strong he gets. I don't care how strong Shen gets. I don't care how strong Galio gets. Youngest lane needs to be like 10-0 on Olaf, and that way they can actually have a good delivery system for Shen Galio. Because you can see a world in a fight where he ults on Olaf, he runs it, nobody can stop him, and Shen ult comes on top, Galio ult comes on top, and then suddenly you have what should be your three strongest members just clapping a fight, and the Olaf can't die, not through both shields and not through his ult when he can't be CC'd, and he just runs through. And I mean, yeah, sure, Vlad can hop on your back line, but when your whole team is dead and it's just Vlad, I mean, it's not that dangerous. And it's not like it's easy for Vlad to get on Ezreal Jaina either. Like, I think that's one of the reasons they picked it is it's not... Vlad's not going to have an easy time getting kills on this back line. Or he shouldn't, at least.
It really aren't, but like I feel like the later this game goes, the better League Ball's front to back becomes, and if they just keep the game state even, eventually they'll become like a huge like scaling menace.
Yes.
And just like sort of just brute force their way through the team.
Front to back team fights won't exist this game.
Probably not. Not with Olaf running at you with Shen and Galio in the early to mid game, but after mid game, I don't feel like it matters anymore. Yeah, it really is on Mr. Joko Lyoko in the top lane to keep track of Shen ult cooldown, and it's really on Mr. Brandon Wandon Willis Wellington Wally Wisher Wade Winston Wyatt Washington II to keep track of the Galio ult.
True.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not even just the ults. Because Galio and Shen, I think they should have lane prio.
They definitely will.
And so they don't even need their ults, like pre-6 especially, to like make their presence felt. I don't want to see Olaf go bot the whole game. Maybe you can catch Bard and Jhin pushing up, but like I feel like it's just setting yourself up for failure if you go bot. You want to run through this top side, you want to set Vlad behind, you want to get yourself really far ahead, and yeah, there will not be a front-to-back team fight this entire game. If you're taking a front-to-back team fight, both teams are doing it wrong. Because this Vlad does not want to fight front to back. This Vlad wants to find a flank, and he wants to pop Ezreal and Jaina as fast as he can. And red side, I mean, there's no such thing as a front to back team fight with this team. This is Olaf.
Yeah, so there's 3 TPs coming on the side of Rams of Love.
I like it.
They're definitely looking for some macro plays here, it looks like.
I just want to say that... Sorry to interject, but that Vlad skin looks like Varus, and I don't like it.
True.
Oof, the new Cosmic Devourer Vlad skin.
The TPs make sense on Shen and Galio. I actually don't like the TP on Ezreal. I mean, I guess it's cool, but like, you really don't need Ezreal to be TPing to these plays. He's probably just doing it so he gets better backs and he can keep the tower from going down as fast. But I really think
imagine like how unbelievably weak they'll be in the 2v2 though.
Oh, they're gonna get clapped.
Like they're just like this is like one of the worst lanes to play against in League of Legends at the moment. I think Jhin is like crazy strong at the moment. Bard's always been crazy strong, early game threat, and like, I mean,
yeah,
Ezreal isn't gonna do anything. Like they just aren't.
No, definitely not. I'm not liking the comment on this Janna. I think she should have taken Aerie, especially since she's gonna be in a more supportive role later in the game. You might need that Aerie proc.
You're even Guardian. Guardian also would have been good, I think. But like, yeah, I don't think Comet is the move. There's another pause.
You should have taken. I mean, I would have taken Barrier on Ezreal. If you're insisting on taking the heal on Janna, take Barrier because like, I don't know, man. He can TV back to lane, but you're not going to use it for macro plays. I just don't expect Ezreal to be TPing into fights. He's using it just for like extra lane pressure, and I'd just be much more scared that you get clapped in this lane. Like, honestly, I don't even care if they're down 10, 20, 30, 40 CS tower plates. Like, the more you can mitigate that gold advantage, the better. But dying is the worst part, because then he gets that CS advantage, and you're dead. He gets those tower plates, and he gets the gold from killing you. So, doing everything you can to not lose this bot lane, especially expecting the fact that I doubt Youngest Lay is ever coming. I doubt Galio and Shen. I mean, maybe once everyone's 6, you see Youngest Lay bring Galio and Shen with him, and they all come bot lane. But you can't play lane like you're expecting your entire team to be there the whole time, and I think you just want to make sure you don't die. So, if you're Ezreal, you take the barrier, and you just try to keep yourself alive in this 2v2. Farm with Qs.
I don't think you need barrier though on Ezreal. He just plays so safe. His Q has such a long range, and like you have a escape tool. So like maybe he just sits under tower and like last hits minions and is down by like 50 CS at 10 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm worried about him dying, and I mean I don't. He could use TP to get back to the lane, which is fine, but I don't know. We'll have to see how well he plays it. I'm more worried that he dies than I am that he loses CS at tower because he didn't TP back. Even being safe on Ezreal, even being safe on Janna, I'd be scared. And I think it's pretty easy. It's hard to gank that lane if you're Nunu, but I don't know. I could see them getting dove, and Ezreal can E away, but
Ezreal even took tier first. I maybe should have taken Cole instead of tier.
He's like, I think Dorn's like anything would be better than a tier start on Ezreal, in my opinion. Because like, what he's saying is, yeah, I'm just completely sacking this lane. Like, fuck this. I'm like just playing back to farm, and like, if I die, I die. If I int, I int. Just let it be what it is. I think still like a first back tier, like really early first back tier, like. Get, like, the first wave or something, like, TP back with a tier, and that's, like, better than starting tier. Like, that's also a troll play, but, like, I still think starting tier is, like, one of the worst things you can do. Especially in bot lane. Against Jhin Bard. Oh,
true.
Looks like they are ready.
Well, Blue Chaz at some point in the chat said that he doesn't like the casters, so I hope they lose. I am definitely rooting for Rams now. Blue Chess is going at the bottom of my tier list if we ever make another one. Any second now, though.
Damn these casters. Where did he say that? Goddamn these casters. Oops, my bad. Alright, Vinny, you're fired from B team, sorry.
True. Team manager here, you're out.
Yeah, you're fired from B team. As president of VCU Competitive League, you are fired from B team.
Yeah, that's not my job, and I have no power, but you're out.
What do you mean? Red Lightning is the dad of diverse dollars.
I am that.
Are they ready?
They said they're ready.
Who's DC'd right now? Who's
I don't know.
Wait, I think this is just like part of the Rams of Love strategy.
Oh, it's on pause. Here we go. Okay.
Yes, we can finally get into the game.
Does anybody invade here? I think both comps have a decent level 1. Ezreal's decent for level 1. You've got some good crowd control. You've got Olaf Axis on red side. But Bard and Jhin, also great level 1. Maokai and Nunu are pretty good too, so I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me to see some shenanigans here. Kolma and Joko Leoko might walk in.
Okay.
Olaf just takes a hit, throws his axe, misses it wide, splits the uprights, and has to run away. Hey, he spotted them on vision though, so he hits him this time. Janna's here. It is a 3v3. He's doing a lot of damage to Kolma, but he's also kind of getting clapped. I think if Wisher gets a kill here, that's not good. They are running down the Maokai. He's going to flash over the wall, so you force an easy flash. Oh, he goes for it.
Yeah, he's dead. Joko Leoko's dead. That's first blood over to the Olaf. Not what you want to see. He's going to probably get the snowball starting pretty soon. Yeah,
like
I don't
now.
think. I think you just kind of dip there when you see the rest of the team coming in for the support, because at that point you don't win the 3v3 in the early game. Olaf with the continuous axe spam just can run anyone down.
Exactly. I'm kind of surprised either team committed there because nobody committed their full squad. They both just did a 3v3, and I think in a full 5v5, blue team is just as good as red side in level 1, but they didn't have Bard and Jhin. So why are you fighting that level 1? Like, Vlad is useless level 1. Maokai is decently useful, but I don't think he did take his W actually, but he didn't use it until he was dying.
So Nunu's clear is going to get hurt a little bit, but since he didn't start his Q, but he should be fine. Immediately you just see the issue.
Yeah, so that right there is why I wanted Wagner to take barrier.
That right there is why I wanted him to. That right there is why you don't start tier as well.
Yeah, he didn't die this time, but that was level 1.
They didn't burn heal yet. It's not a lost cause.
I don't think it's a lost cause. I mean, now he could TP. You know what? Maybe he's big braining. Now he can TP back to lane. He could go back level 1 with 0 gold and TP back to lane. But like that's what I'm scared of. They almost one-shot him at level 1. So I'm worried that at like level 5, that combo hits and he does just get one-shot.
Oof.
I mean, I don't like the looks
heal
of things
already coming
now.
out from Janna.
They're just like not letting them play the video game, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean it's pushing into them, but like they're taking a lot more of this fight than I think they should be. Like they try to trade back there. I mean, I guess it's good. You got some damage back on the Bard, but like just last hit and like don't be if Jhin can hit you, you're too close.
I mean, at this point, just like try to thin the wave from a distance. Like, you don't have to actually walk up and last hit the minions. Like, you can do that as it gets closer to the wave.
Yeah, just don't interact.
Yeah,
decent
like
combo from Ferris Man.
Yeah,
damage
yeah. Janna needs to just like chill.
Nunu's here. Galio should have flashed that.
Yeah, Galio definitely should have flashed that, but it is a kill over to Wisher. Good gang timing from Mr. Kolma.
Yeah, that's disappointing. It looks like he's gonna get killed by Youngest Lay though. And he does get flashed away, and Galio's already TPing back. That's not what you want, though. You don't want to be giving kills over to Wisher. It doesn't hurt you in the short term, because he's not, even with a kill, you know, Vlad's not going to turn on for a while.
Right.
But anything that accelerates their late game, when your late game is nothing.
But Janna's just dead, isn't she?
And Janna's dead, yeah.
Oh,
no, her shield comes up.
Yeah, she's fine, she's fine. Wagner might get a trade kill. Never mind, the heal comes through from Bayorauga. Jhin is just continuously just putting down the heat.
Wagner.
Deadly Flourish root lands, and they're just going to call it after that. Kill goes over to Bayoraga in the bot lane.
Good taunt from Shen. He's clapping this Maokai, which is what you want to see. He did look really good on his Cho'Gath earlier in this lane against Joko Lyoko. But Olaf is actually going bot lane here. No Janna.
No
and
flash.
Ezreal's like 1 HP. There's no flash from either Jhin or Bard, though, so he could look for them.
Oh, Wagner misses the W.
Does get one and lives. And Wagner. Oh.
It was
well,
fine.
It was an execute. It was an execute, not the end of the world.
He's TP's back to lane. He just TP's back to lane, and look, David's holding the way for him. It's all good.
Oh man.
It's all peachy.
Oh man.
David is indeed holding the way for him. What a good jungler.
Come on, Isaac, you're making me look bad, man. I said you were gonna pop off this game.
It's caster curse.
It is caster curse.
Okay, so a couple of mechanical misplays there. It actually ended up
multitude of mechanical misplays there.
Yeah, it ended up being a decent gank from Youngest Lay. Knew that both flashes were burned, and so even though he didn't have his full bot lane there to actually fight, he still does pick up the kill onto the Bard and almost gets Jhin too. So good stuff. Sucks that Wagner died, but no kill going over to the bot lane and instead getting executed, so not the end of the world. Like you mentioned.
Kills going over to the Olaf though. That's what you want to see.
That's what you need. Yeah, I think this is the point of the game. He's got 2 kills now. He needs to get a bye, and then basically take over the game. Vlad's not relevant right now. He is going to look to kill Galio here. He might be able to. Galio forced to flash away. I guess he has the flash up now, so he can flash away. Should have flashed that Nunu a little bit earlier, but hey, you know.
And
yeah, maybe. I don't think this is a good
he's dead.
time. Yeah, he's just dead. He shouldn't have walked back up. Just like recall at that point. It's like really greedy to stay when you're that low. But anyways, Mr. Shen and Mr. Maokai are doing glorious combat, but Shen's actually taking a lot of heat. Every single minion is hitting him. Solo kill for motherfucking Joko Lyoko in the top lane.
So this is really, really bad if Rams wants to win the game. They're actually at a gold deficit now. Yes, the gold is on the player you want it to be. Olaf is strong, but you're losing in both your solo lanes where you should be winning early. You're down CS, and yeah, I mean, we expected them to lose bot lane, but you know, I didn't think Galio was gonna clap Wishers of Vlad, but you know, have early pressure. Yeah, but instead Nunu's just been ganking him. He has not played very well around the threat of Nunu walking behind him with a snowball, and has been picked off twice now. And then Shen just gets a little too cocky. I mean, he was winning those trades really hard earlier. Doesn't get his W on himself, so actually leaves the W too far back, so doesn't block any of the minion damage, and ends up dying to Maokai. So I mean, this is just not. Everyone's losing except for the Olaf, and when we were kind of predicting this out, I expected Shen and Galio to be at, you know, decently strong, so that when they come in on top of Olaf, they actually have an impact once they get there. They're not just the shield.
So earlier on in that 1v1 against the
Here
Maokai,
comes the
Shen,
Olaf gank bot.
Olaf and Galio, Olaf Galio are doing a death.
They're pushed up too far. Still no flashes on this bot lane. They are going to probably go down here. I can't imagine them being able to survive. Maybe they should look for the Janna, try to take her down with them. The Ignite is put down onto her. She is going to get super low, and they do get the kill. Maokai TP's in here for kind of no reason, just to watch his bot lane die, but trading one back there, I think that's totally worth from Jin.
Yeah, it's like just basically Jin getting closer and closer to his Eclipse. Already has, well, decides to go for the Swifties boots, which I think is fine. But yeah, like, fed Jin is not what you want to see. Faster he gets to the Collector and Eclipse combo, the faster he just starts clapping people. I don't think the Shen has impressed me much this game.
No, it looked. His Cho'Gath looked better last game, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, they probably just wanted to take it away from the other team.
True. Shen's getting ganked here now. If he dodges that, he should be able to get away. Yeah, he's going to get out. I think Janna in that fight should have just left. Like, there's no reason. They had a 3v2 even without her there. And as soon as she took the first, like, auto, she should have turned around. Olaf is here to gank onto Vladimir, though. They're going to get a lot of damage. Vlad does have his ult, and he does have his pool.
I think he will be fine. Yeah, Wisher does pick up the kill in the 1v2, 1v3 against Rams of Love in the mid lane, the 1v3 gank.
I like the
ult
bot.
Does come through, Deadly Flourish roots up to Janna, but there will be no chasing to be done.
Yeah, that's one of the moments where directed camera is not your friend, where they just hover over Jin ulting instead of where he's ulting to.
Right.
Might be a little caught out here. Youngest Lane does take the tunnel,
Youngest
but
Lane.
now he's all
Okay.
by himself. He needs Shen ult to come on top of him. He does have the shield now. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch them, though. The flashes are back up, so they'll be able to flash under tower. Shen takes up the turret, though, which is exactly what you want to see, but after this flash goes away, you need to just leave. Okay. Youngest Lane is caught up by this turret. It's going to get stunned up as well, but he's decently tanky already. Even though all these stuns hit, they just don't have the damage to actually take him down.
Yeah, surprisingly, he has no armor. It's just like a bit of extra health and some AD, and yeah, he still doesn't die. Olaf is strong. He's got a good shutdown on him. They're going to be looking to pick that up fairly soon. Rams do have a slight gold lead, though, but again, like, most of it is on Olaf, so...
Yeah, it's what you want. At least you've got a lead. I mean, if you're going into the 10-minute mark and you're behind in gold, which it looked like they were, I mean, I don't think they're up enough. We'll have to see if this Olaf can continue to accelerate the game. But if you're behind at gold at 10 minutes with this comp, you're looking at a 25-minute loss. I mean, this team, as soon as this team comp gets behind, they're kind of doomed. So as long as Olaf keeps the pace up, it's all good. But he can only do so much, and if he dies in a team fight, I mean, it's just over. There's no damage left.
Yeah. The one thing that is really causing the Shen to lose these trades up in the top lane is poor usage of W, because, like, one of the reasons why Shen is so strong is you can actually kind of trade in minion waves because W blocks a lot of auto attack damage. He's not using it to the best extent that
He's not using it to any extent.
Honestly, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him get it right a couple of times, but he continually just clicks his W, I think, as soon as he goes in, but he hasn't pulled his sword through. And so he's just not putting the W down on top of himself, so he gets nothing out of it, and he takes all this minion damage, and, you know, Maokai's ahead of him. He has a kill, and he's got a little bit extra CS, so it's not free. Olaf is here. Galio has ult back in on top of him to provide a shield and some extra knockups. Olaf's got his ult as well. Here comes Galio going in. Nunu's going to go down really fast, but Youngest Lay does have an ult from Vladimir put on top of him. He's getting really, really low, and there's no Shen ult to save him this time, but he does have the Galio, which the Magic Shield ult is enough to stop him from the Vladimir. Can he get away from the Jhin? Jhin is going to tank it up. Well played from Ramzalov.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a death ball like that coming in, pretty much just stack these shields and all of the buffing tools available for the Gore Drinker Olaf. And, you know, we know how strong of a carry item Gore Drinker is, and when you're that ahead on a champion like Olaf, against a team with no Grievous wounds yet, you're going to be healing a ton. So, nothing much else to say there. Well played from Rams of Love. That is going to be another dragon on the table for them. Unless the League Ballers are able to get there as soon as possible. Never mind. Looks like their bot lane has to back. They might just concede the dragon in this case.
They probably should. I mean, the Shen ult is back up. Olaf's ult will be back up here in just a minute. So if they just wait, they can push him off for another 10 seconds. He'll have his ult back up. And they're doing a good job. So far, they haven't managed to get like the 3-man combo, but they haven't needed it. They're doing a good job of rotating these like global shield ults. So he's always got one. He had Galio that time, he had Shen the last fight, so this way he's always got a partner coming with him, and he hasn't built any defensive stats yet, but he doesn't need them because they can't get through the ultimate shields of Olaf at this point. Gives enough time to heal himself back up.
They're doing battle in the top lane.
Nunu's here, though, and he dropped the Rift Herald.
Should be a dead Shen, maybe? He's actually just, like, really tanky.
He might get out.
Wait, the Maokai heals so... Maokai heals so much, what the heck?
True. Now, Jhin is getting a little low. You do have to be a bit scared when you're Jhin and you have no mobility against this Galio. Vlad has plenty of ways to respond, and Galio just doesn't have the damage to actually take him out when he can always heal back up, but Jhin being so immobile and having a little bit of lifesteal at this point, but not too much, it's a little bit scary. They are going to get this first turret here probably, though. Nobody's responding on the top side, and they're already up to a gold lead at this point, and they're gonna get that accelerated a little bit. Good ult from Bard, stuns them both up, locks them both down. Jhin does hit the Deadly Flourish. Galio's getting a little bit low, but the Janna ult will heal him up and push them away.
I don't think the Janna ult was that necessary in the fight, but it was actually a pretty good ult over by the side of Bluches. You gotta save your ADC from some kind of damage, and now...
Flash E comes in from Galio with a taunt, but nothing much will come out of it. Does Youngest Lay take the portal? The Mad Lad does.
He does.
Everyone.
Everyone decides to take the Bard portal.
To nowhere.
Ezreal's actually farming up a little bit against Wisher down in the bot lane here.
Yeah, he's doing okay. He's only 400 gold down from Jhin, which you take that if you're this Ezreal. I mean, I don't know how relevant he's going to be in these team fights. He's going to be kind of left on his own, and I don't care if he's 6 items right now. I don't think he's going to beat Vlad. I think he's just going to have his hands full running away. So, you know, but if he can stay alive, I don't think he's going to be relevant really at all, except for a Vlad distraction. I think these fights are going to completely boil down to Shen, Olaf, Galio ulting in and fighting 4 members, while Wisher looks for Janna and Ezreal. And if Ezreal can live, that's great, but like I don't think he even needs to do damage. I don't think he's going to be hitting anybody but this Vlad the entire game, and I think he's going to be running away from this Vlad more than hitting him.
Well, you know, wise words from Red Lightning right there. ADC in 2021.
True.
2020 preseason 2020 ADC.
And it's part of their team comp. It's the way they're doing it. I don't think he can keep up. I mean, if they get really far ahead and snowball even harder than they've gotten so far, they're only up to about a 1k gold lead right now. But if they continue to keep up the pressure and accelerate this, then yeah, maybe he can follow after Olaf and keep doing damage himself, and then he's useful. But in a fight where the game state is kind of even, and it's an actual 5v5 team fight, I just don't think... I think he's going to be so scared fleeing from the one member, Vlad, who is going aggressive from blue side, that, yeah, I mean, if he's hitting Maokai and Nunu and stuff, that's great. But I don't think that blue side's playing the fight right if he is.
Speaking of which, Shadow is dropped for Wagner in the bot lane. He is probably going to go down.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he is alive.
Good ult there. Takes Wisher really low. He does die to the Nunu ult, but now Galio's here as well. Unfortunately for them, they don't have Youngest Lay.
They're coming down. The two global tanks of the side of Rams of Love.
Oh, here comes the TP as well. Jin is here first. Youngest Lay still a ways away, but he's going to be behind Jin when he does get here. Shen dies as well. I don't know if David can 1v4 this. Balraga's dying super quick. The bar portal is going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Doesn't get stunned up though. His ultimate lasts just long enough. Now he's running after the rest of the carries with the Jin dead. They might not have the damage. Wisher does not have his ult or really any abilities up at all. I don't know if hitting this Maokai is really your best bet, but I think he's the only one in rage, and he is probably going to go down here, giving away a shutdown to the Vladimir. The absolute worst target you could probably give that to.
I don't know what I'm watching. The Janna flash ulted the Jin back into the Shen. That fight could have gone a lot differently if Shen lived a little bit longer. That was like probably one of the biggest int plays I've seen this game.
Did she ult?
Okay.
Yeah, she literally like she walked past her Olaf, flash ulted Jin, back into Maokai. No, back into Shen. When literally they could just when all she needed to do was just shield Olaf, and Olaf will just turn on the Jin, or like ult Jin towards Olaf, and then shield Olaf, and then Olaf will kill Jin. So I literally don't know what that was, but.
I mean, the main problem there was that Olaf just wasn't there for the fight, and they were jumping onto Wagner, so I guess they were trying to save him. He ends up going down, and then Olaf's still not there, and then your Janna walks past your Shen, I guess.
Yeah, Olaf got there way too late. I mean, the fight started pretty decent for red side. Actually, we're going to pause there because Olaf is back in the fight. His ultimate's back up. Coma 25 is getting taken down really, really fast here. His ultimate's not going to be enough to stop him, and now Youngest Lay is onto Balrogga. Balrogga does not have his flash or his heal. If he gets taunted up by this Galio, he'll probably end up going down. Olaf does take him down and gets away with little under half health.
Brandon Wanden is here in the fight, though. He is going to flash in with his E.
Shen shield onto Olaf, but he is stunned up and he can't get in and make use of it. He's back to full health.
Oh my god, the double kill goes in for Brandon.
But he's going to die. Olaf should take him down. Oh, he gets the heal in first. He might not be able to finish him off. Okay, he does. Youngest Lay is going to get the heal from Triumph. Back to enough HP. What healed Youngest Lay in that fight? Because he went from
it's Gore Drinker.
Gore Drinker,
yeah. 10 HP to full HP. Like it looked like he had a Vlad ult himself.
So how Gore Drinker works is when you Tiamat someone, when you use a Tiamat active on someone, I shouldn't say Tiamat. What is it? Iron Spike Whip active. When you use the Iron Spike Whip active on someone, it heals you for a set amount, right? But the lower you are, the more percentage of your health you get back per champions you hit with Gore Drinker. So literally you can be in between like 5 members and you can be low on health, just press your fucking item button and you're back to full HP. That's also another reason why Red Cane is really strong these days with the Gore Drinker. Item is just like extremely good when you're ahead. Not so much when you're behind, but when you're ahead it's like really, really good.
It definitely helped there because he only lived in that fight with 100 HP, and without that full health heal, I don't think he would have survived. I think Wisher would have taken him down. But this Vlad is already scary. 2.5 items before 20 minutes, 7 kills. I mean, he's a threat, and he's a threat to the Olaf too. So, maybe he doesn't even need to go after Wagner. Just stay there. Normally, I didn't think Vlad was going to do enough damage fast enough to where he's actually a threat to Olaf. He's just kind of getting killed. But if he has enough damage now, he's enough burst in items where, Olaf runs in and he could just take a combo from Vlad, get instantly chunked out, and just die.
It's like Galio and Maokai are doing glorious wet noodle combat in the top lane.
True. So the gold lead stayed pretty steady at this point. It's been about 1k for a while now. Only 1 turret down on either side. It is a little scary that red side has stacked up 3 dragons, but honestly, I think you're fine giving away Infernal Soul if you're blue side. If you have to. If you don't have to, don't. But you're not too scared of it. I mean, it's more burst damage for Olaf, and you don't really want to give that away. But, like, I don't know. Ezreal's not super relevant at this point in the game. He's 1-3. He's, about 800 gold down on Jin. I don't think it's going to be too crazy bad if he gets it. I mean, you don't care if the tanks have Infernal Soul, you know.
Janna's building Moonstone.
Good Bard ult actually locks them both up, leaves Youngest Lay by himself here.
An
thinking
excellent
about
double
diving
stun
turret.
onto the bot lane, maybe? Root does land onto Wagner. Does he have Arcane Shift to go in? No, he doesn't. Wisher is in the backline, immediately one-shots Janna. Will also die himself. Galio Zonia's in the middle of multiple people. It's actually blocked from going away, has to flash out. Wagner might go down here. He's 1 HP at the end of that fight. Youngest Lay has ulted in for the cleanup, maybe? He's taken a lot of tower aggro. What is that shield? What's that shield?
Sterix. Yeah, so he's getting... I feel like he's getting more help from items and champions than he has any right to be.
He's getting more help from his items than he is from his teammates, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, because, well, you saw Shen had to ult Wagner there to keep him alive from the Nunu. And then I don't think... I don't know who Galio ulted, or if he did in that fight at all. I think he did. It's on cooldown. So I didn't really even see the Galio ult, but yeah, you didn't give the Shen ult on Olaf, so not much help there. But you kept Wagner alive. You didn't end up losing anybody but Janna on red side, and you shut down Wisher's Vlad. So more gold to red side than they gave up. So okay, I guess you'll take those?
Yeah, this is real good, actually. So Janna did end up getting the Imperial Mandate, which I like a lot. And Wagner just completed his Divine Sunderer, so he'll have a lot more impact against these tanks in the front.
Very good, yeah. If he can hit them, like I said, if he spends time running from Vlad, I mean, it doesn't matter what he has, but if he finds a way to actually hit these tanks like he's doing right now on Tacoma, you know,
what an excellent double stun from the Bard! The Malachi is in for the flank angle. He's going to push the Janna in. There's going to be an easy cleanup on everyone. Multiple kills going over to the carries of Washington League Ball team as Wagner Arcane shifts directly into the Deadly Flourish.
No,
we'll be fine, though.
He's over the wall, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the Divine Sunderer damage, though. Just takes a...
no, it's really good.
It is good.
But yeah, I don't know why Red Team decided it was time to run it down. They have one member that's strong, and he was on the other side of the map. And they decided to take a fight. And everyone has teleport except for this Olaf. So I don't get it.
I don't think I've seen Wagner use teleport yet.
Nope.
He didn't teleport back to lane.
He hasn't teleported anywhere.
He's safe.
To be fair, he hasn't died a whole bunch either. I mean, he did that one of those deaths in execute because he just flashed under a turret for some reason. But he hasn't been wrecked.
Okay, is Wagner just dead here? Why is Janna just ditching him? I don't understand.
Oh, Janna, why ult him earlier when he could still alive? Use a shield on him.
Press shield. Press anything. Any of your buttons, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. A barrier might have helped there. I don't know if teleport did anything for him.
I don't think barrier would have.
We'll have to see. I mean,
that was half his health in the first
maybe barrier would have kept him alive if the Janna ult actually did something, because maybe Janna was thinking, hey, he'll live here and then I'll heal him. Oh, but they're gonna go in and fight the 4v5 anyway. The Shen ult is down onto the Olaf. They comboed it up with his ult, so he's gonna be invulnerable right now. He does have a shield. He does kill up the Bard already, which is very, very low. He's getting chased down by terrain. Youngest Lay is still full health at the back of this fight. The Galio is not. He's actually getting chunked out pretty hard with no more ultimate from Olaf. I don't know if you want to continue this fight. Oh, but they shut down Wisher.
Shutdown goes over to Wisher. Very well played there. Will the Shen actually go down in this fight? Probably not. The double kill over to the Olaf is, in the end, Baoraga is the only one alive. These fights are very back and forth. I feel like one fight League Ball wins, then the next fight the Rams win, and like it's just feel like it's off the back of like Olaf and like all the shields.
Definitely win here with the Infernal Soul.
So 2 things to point out. Ezreal did use his teleport. He did get in too late to do anything, but he did use his teleport to join the fight.
His ult came through.
True. But also, you were wondering why they keep trading these fights. In one fight, Olaf wasn't there, and the next fight he was. And that's a perfect illustration of why Ezreal's useless. He was dead, and they still won they won the fight in a full team fight, 4v5, when Ezreal was just dead, and it didn't matter. Wisher didn't have some of his key cooldowns, so he did burn his ultimate to kill Ezreal earlier, so he couldn't actually use that in the now 4v5 fight, but they don't need Ezreal's damage here. He honestly helped his team more by getting caught out and dying and making Wisher burn his flash, his ignite, and his ult than he would have by being there, because now Olaf could kill Wisher pretty easily. Wisher didn't have a way to really get into the team fight. You know, he does still have some good AoE damage, but without his ultimate, he's not nearly as impactful. and Olaf just kills everyone.
Well, there we go with the big brain analysis from Red Lightning. Olaf is not the carry of the team; it's actually iWagner.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, actually.
That's what it sounded like to me. I mean,
yeah, iWagner is carrying his team by not carrying.
I mean, he hasn't even really died that much either. Like as you said earlier,
no, it's true.
You didn't feed in lane that much. You let Olaf take all these kills, and he's got a 700 gold shutdown on him. So obviously he hasn't been dying anytime soon.
Is Wisher just gonna get run down here?
He should be okay. He has his W and he was under turret, so. You do need to see this game. They're up to a 3k gold lead now, which is good, but at 27 minutes, you're getting pretty close to your window here. The Infernal Soul probably extends it a little bit, but you're still getting pretty close to your window where you need to win this game. You need to see them take Baron and end the game with it within the next 4 or 5 minutes.
I'd say 3 minutes, 3 minutes probably.
You have until Elder. So
definitely,
if you're still in this position where you have the gold lead and you have the map advantage, when Elder comes up, whether you take Baron or not, when Elder comes up, then you just ignore Baron, you go fight for Elder instead, and you use Elder to take Baron. But you need to be in charge of the map and stronger than your opponents in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and take Elder. If you lose that fight, or if for whatever reason they steal Elder, or I don't care. If you just don't get that Elder and basically win with it, you probably don't win this game.
This is a decent vision battle going on here right now. Game is still pretty close in my opinion.
At this point, yeah, I mean the 3k gold lead it's something, but it doesn't mean a whole lot, especially because Olaf is up 6,000 gold on Nunu. So that all of the gold lead is there. I mean Galio's down 3,500 on his own. They are chasing down Wisher here. No backup.
Brandon Wanden.
Good Bard ult. Saved him a little bit. They didn't burn any ult but Ezreal though on the side of red team. So you have a bit of an advantage here. Wisher has no more ignite and no more ult. Does have flash coming up in about 10 seconds, but not gonna have his key team fight abilities for this probably upcoming fight.
Rams of Love knowing that immediately start off the Baron here, although their resistances will start to get shred. Maokai ult is gone down.
They go in.
Youngest Lay pops the Olaf ultimate, is going just full on into the middle of everyone. Yeah, they're just going to get wiped out here. That's just way too much shielding. It's a lot of damage that Brandon is putting out.
There you go, good
Vlad.
Janna ult. I'm proud of that Janna.
I mean, yeah, it's nothing much they can do anymore before we're on the fight.
And look, Ezreal is playing. I'm really glad I can say it. He is playing this perfectly. He picked up 2 kills there, which I honestly think that's the worst thing he did, because just more kills on Olaf is probably better. But he managed to stay alive. He took a ton of damage. Him and Janna both played pretty good. They took a lot of damage, but they used their defensive abilities to keep themselves alive, even though Wisher got right into the middle of them and tried to kill them. And they survived, and then even did a little bit of damage back to the surviving members of Blue side. Meanwhile, Olaf just killed everyone that's important.
Yeah, that was even a bit of challenger brain right there, is that they went for the inhib instead of taking Baron. So Baron is still up for grabs. And the Elder Drake will be up in, let me present.
About a minute.
In about a minute, yeah.
Yeah, I think you just say, who cares about Baron right now? I don't think you want to waste any more of your vision. It looks like they're actually going to make a beeline right towards us, so maybe you can, but you're just going to be taking that fight right over again. You don't quite have your Shen ult up, and this time Wisher does have his, so it's a little bit scarier. I actually think you
Baron instead of Elder here.
I think you wait a minute. I think you try to keep you don't want to give them Baron, so try to keep a ward up in here and make sure they don't take it. But I wouldn't even start it. I say you hang out here, and then the second the Elder spawns, or actually right about now, 30 seconds, you want to run down there and get your vision up, and then you take Elder. I don't know why they're going for Baron here.
Baron, yeah. Well, Blue is actually stuck in the choke right here. And Jin will eat some.
Wisher has ult. Be careful. If Vladimir gets a big ult here, he could really mess some things up. Galio is already in. Shen is in as well. He's locking some people up here. Maokai is actually getting burst down so fast. He's already dead. Janna somehow picks up the kill. Wisher's dead too. Youngest Light is just too tanky and too strong to be stopped. Blue Chest is trying to make a beeline forward and run, but he just does not have the escapability to get away. And it looks like Rams, I don't think they need any of the buffs right now. They could probably run it straight down mid and take it down. Jin is still alive, and you're a little bit worried about that, but I don't think he can stop your Olaf. His ult's already halfway back up. By the time they're either going to end the game, or his ult's going to come back up, and then he's going to instantly kill Jin on our turret and win the game.
I think they just
should be a
GG
GG here for Rams Love. Actually, damage.
What am I watching? Just take the turrets, man!
Oh no, Janet's dead too. Walk out of the turret. Walk out of the turret. Walk out of the turret.
Brandon and Joko Lyoko are up
5 seconds.
shortly, so I mean, I don't think this is game over now, but
no, and
like that was like some of the biggest troll I've seen in a while. And what if
they could lose off that.
They could lose off of that.
They're not gonna lose right this second, but they could lose the game.
They might lose the game off of that. If
you have to keep them,
they're fine. Like their jungle's not up on the side of blue side, and Youngsley has enough time to get over to Elder Drake.
Yeah, you can't die here though, and you got to keep them off of the. Luckily for them, they did all that without the 2 major buffs.
Look at that damage.
That's good. He might kill Blue Chest here with his ult. Not quite. Don't fight Galio. Please walk away. Please leave.
Ren.
Goodbye, Wagner.
That's a terrible
Bardol saves him.
no,
Bardol saves him, but he's still gonna die. A 600 gold shutdown over to the Maokai. Jana's here now, gonna make Tornay a little bit tanky, and they might be able to beat Maokai up eventually and kill him. Yeah, there he goes. So trading 1 for 1, not the end of the world, but your Ezreal's a little bit more useful than Maokai is.
I'm just watching this game, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, which support can troll harder? Which support is better at losing the game for their respective teams? And
I'd say Blue Chest.
Okay, the snipes,
just don't let Jin kill you all, please. You have one job.
Obviously, they're gonna take Elder here. Like, I don't really
Jin's
see
coming. Nunu has flash.
Oh!
Okay, they got the Elder Dragon. They're not gonna end it away. Now they go grab Baron and end the game once your teammates come back up.
Wait.
Oh nope, they want to end the game without Baron. Please just go get the Baron buff.
I think they're running for Baron, yeah.
Thank you. Just do it, man. Okay, so...
Put on a word for TP! There's the TP!
Man, I was hoping this series would be a quick 2-0 either way, so I wouldn't have to like stay up until 2 a.m. to play my series right afterwards.
Wait,
you're playing your series right after?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, we have more than one?
Yeah.
I was unaware. What have I signed up for?
Well, we don't have a streamer for.
Somebody go wake Dane back up.
No, we got Mr. Raheem.
I thought he had a test.
He don't care.
There you go.
That's fair. Boo buff.
Wait, does Ezreal have Tiamat? I didn't know that was a thing. I'm still new to preseason. I didn't realize you could cleave with your Ezreal Qs. That's interesting.
He built Tiamat, so any auto attack, like you will get the cleave. Okay, they're gonna go for the fight against the Elder Dragon. This is kind of their last ditch effort right here.
Wisher's into the back line. He is bursting out Janna. She'll probably go down to the ult. Actually,
man, that shield is disgusting. The Serpent's Fang is absolutely useless, man.
Yuck.
Serpent's Fang isn't doing anything. Like that. Holy shit, those shields are absolutely nasty.
Run, Wagner!
Hey, double kill.
Oh, the Inhib spawned back up.
Inhib is back up. Brandit, never mind.
They're all dead. Blue Chest, it's 30 seconds for the next person. GG, well played, Rams of Love. They did exactly what they needed to do. Look at that Olaf score, 14, 2, and 16. Nobody else had over 6 kills, and they all got those kills in those late game team fights after Olaf took them to 1 HP, and they just last hit. So, well played to Youngest Lay. He identified that one of the biggest things about this team was when he went to the jungle, they didn't have any pressure points for him to play off of, and he just identified that I'm going to be the pressure point, and they're going to play off of me. So, well done. Both teams tried to give it away. They both tried to troll it, but in the end, Youngest Lay executed his Olaf, and he had his team. I think Wagner actually played that game super good. Outside of lane, I don't think he played lane very good, but
he played lane as well as he was supposed to play lane.
I can't get the flash under turret instant execute out of my mind, but he played the mid to late game as good as he could. He died very few times. He was perfect wisher bait, and actually managed to put in at least a little bit of DPS there at the same time. So well played to him.
I'm actually gonna give props to the Shen for having the most ridiculous shield I've ever seen in my life.
It's like Shen Shield on top of the Starax that is just like Janna Shield and like
Gore Drinker
Galio and Gore Drinker. I'm like, why is this game like just so unbelievably trash? Like it just beats me, man.
I mean, Wisher should not give them this team comp again unless they find like a really big counter to the youngest late jungle.
I think they'll ban, or actually, I think they'll. Who's on blue? Actually, blue side is Rams of Love. Yeah, so I think they're gonna. It's tough here because if you leave up the Olaf and you don't first pick it, Koma has played Olaf like every single game this semester. I'm honestly shocked he didn't pick it. Every time it's been left up, he's gone for it. So I guess they assume that Nunu's the better jungle pick right now. I think he probably is, but Koma's definitely comfortable on Olaf, and I don't even think you need to ban it if you're red side. You make them first pick it, and then you can try to build a better comp around not letting Olaf run you down, or you just take it yourself if they're not comfortable first picking it blind.
Yeah, I think Jin first pick is well, I guess it wasn't that troll because they didn't pick Olaf until the second round, but
yeah, I think Jin first pick is really good.
And they're also taken away from Wagner too. I think that's what he beat them on last time they played.
Yeah, and he's just the best ADC right now.
Yeah. But I honestly think Wagner did a really good job on Ezreal. Like he didn't get super tilted, even though like he did have to flash like under the turret. And he built like Divine Sunderer, which was very good against their team comp, especially against the tanks. He was just like poking them down with Qs. But the Jin did a lot of damage too, so it's just bashing each other. Please hurry up! I'm not playing 1 AM.
Is Rams actually on red side?
I don't know.
They might have the pro. I think the pro draft. I think they are. The pro draft is just mixed up. They made it before. They made it on the wrong side with the teams on the wrong sides. I think they're just going to play on it. So, as far as I can tell, if they use the same pro draft and they don't make another one, Wisher is actually Rams of Love, and Rams of Love is actually Wisher. I think.
Man, just get into the game, please.
Oh, I can't
Where's
join.
The spec link.
Oh, they won't get out of the spectate.
Let me in.
Spec link.
Blue Chaz, my man.
Y'all get out of spectate. I beg.
13 green ninjas. Your team needs you.
Someone's gotta change this
right,
title card here.
What title card?
For the pro draft, yeah. Did they make a new one?
For the stream.
Oh, what's the stream
what's
title?
the stream?
Beforehand versus Rams.
I mean, Karoo's my man. He gave me the wrong one. It says Rams of Love on it, so I'm like, all right, let's just use that.
Okay, well, the actual stream title is still League Ball Team versus Rams, so it's fine.
All right, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, well, they are into the pro draft, so we will do that.
All right, so yeah, one more time.
Ban.
The pro draft is wrong. The teams are on opposite sides. Rams is actually red side, despite the fact that it says Wisher, and Wisher is actually blue side.
Yumi now, and then ban Tarek. Let's go.
And Leona ban coming out. They just love banning these supports either way.
I need to ask, Mary, does Tarek count as an e-girl support?
Yes.
Okay.
Ban Ezreal. Let's go. I don't know.
I think putting Wisher onto something like Vlad, or even his Kassadin, is actually a good idea if you're red side again. You just showed that like if you can pick a champ where he can't like snowball on, and then he can't snowball against in the mid lane, and then he doesn't have a big early impact role. So on Vlad, it's really hard to find an early impact. Even if him getting kills, he just couldn't get that strong. They do take Koma. Koma takes that Olaf away instantly. So no Olaf for youngest late this game. But what I was going to say is if you can keep Wisher on low impact early game champs, then you actually have a chance to like win the game before he really gets ahead.
Kassadin! Let's go! They
That's the
gave Brandon
Kassadin pick.
Kassadin!
I don't really mind it. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with his Vlad. I don't think giving him his Vlad's... Like, his Vlad's really good, too. But if you put David mid, like they did in Game 1, then... I mean, it didn't go so well in Game 1, but maybe he can just body it. You know, maybe he can just win this matchup. If you put... what's his name? Ferris Man mid, and you just put him on something like Galio again... Oh, and that's probably the Lucian mid.
But David mid.
What I was gonna say is if you put him on something like Galio mid again, I mean, Galio doesn't win against Kassadin for sure, but like, you just have him not interact. Yeah, sure, he's gonna free farm up, but if you win the game before he has a chance to free farm up, then you just pretend he doesn't exist.
True.
I don't think Lucian mid is good. But
no, it's not.
It's not good into Kassadin.
But it's really not good right now.
No, but I mean, it's still a Kassadin, dare I say, counter-ish. I'm sure he already knew the Lucian mid could come out. He already played against it Game 1 with his Akali. So, like, I'm sure if Brandon's willing to blind pick his Kassadin, he's not really worried about the matchup. But this is not a good matchup for Kassadin, even if the champion in the mid lane for Lucian isn't good right now.
Well, you know, Kassadin's actually not that good right now, too, right?
No, he's not. I mean, he's not terrible. They did buff him, and they buffed his items, so he's actually back up to, like, a 49% win rate, which is where I think he should always be.
It is where he should always be, 100%. It's where he should always be.
40. He shouldn't be as terrible as he was when the season started. That's true. But he shouldn't be where he was the last 2 seasons, where he sat at a 52% win rate all season.
Because he had no hard counters. He had no hard counters outside of Lucian, who didn't actually technically like counter him because like Kassadin, Lucian countering Kassadin is entirely off of like player knowledge.
Exactly. I mean, he's supposed to be the hardest scaling late game champion in the game, and yet in solo queue, which is notoriously snowball heavy, Kassadin has above a 50% win rate. Which is just...
Vayne though from Bayoraga? Okay, now I'm excited for this game. I used to be an ADC main, and when I played ADC, I mained Vayne. I fucking love this champion, although I hate playing against her. I'm ready to see some Vayne today. What about you?
I love the Swain pick, by the way. We didn't really mention it. I love it. I think it's so good. I think it's actually like the best bot laner right now.
They picked 3 tanks and they picked Vayne too, so I wonder what they're gonna put Wagner on.
Swain.
No, he doesn't play Swain. He's gonna.
Okay, I guess it's Swain support. I don't like the Swain as much in support. I don't think Swain support is actually that good. I think Swain mid, and I think Swain ADC actually is his best role. I think he's super strong as like the carry and the carry bot laner at this point. And since you already have a Lucian, you don't need like an AD threat down there. So I think the Swain could be super good and super impactful. I mean, Kai'Sa's still good. It's better than Vayne right now, I think, at this point in the game. So,
yeah,
you know, it should be fine. But I was more excited for this Swain when I thought it was the ADC because he should body Vayne in lane, especially if you put him with an aggressive support that can do crowd control and he can follow up on them with his passive.
Swain support is still very good, especially against, well, I guess not so much against Vayne, but against Nautilus it's very good because you just poke him out, and even if he does go in on you, you have like a lot of tools in your kit to just like pop him or attempt to pop him before he gets on you. Let's see. I really want Lucian to go lethality. I think that's the move.
Yeah, no, he has to. He has to go lethality.
He did not go lethality the first game. He went Kraken Slayer.
I think Eclipse is the way you go. You have a Kai'Sa. Like, it's not... I think if he goes crit, if Swain is your ADC and you have an actual support, that's fine. I think he goes lethality here. You have another real ADC, so you're playing Lucian as a mid lane assassin, in my opinion, not a mid lane AD carry.
Well, they were playing Lucian Caitlyn, and they both went Kraken Slayer, and that just wasn't, that's just
and
not
they lost.
The move. Yeah. But Lucian, he was youngest lane, the Lucian. He went 0 and 6 in lane.
Yeah. Not good.
If you feed Wisher, then Wisher just gets more fed.
Why have you still not fixed the graphics of the stream? That's what off season is for. Don't judge me. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up before I come over there and kiss you.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's cute. Will you post that on your OnlyFans later?
Red Lightning, yes I will.
Nice.
How much is that to join?
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to my OnlyFans.
What's that for? Only $100, you too can be a Prime diamond subscriber to Lokesh's OnlyFans.
Yeah, you get personally delivered feet pics every day.
Just a little bit of this is anecdotal evidence, but it's coming from solo queue. Swain holds an over 53% win rate in mid and almost a 54% win rate in bot, but he's barely breaking 50 in support. So he's still a good support. I just don't think he's as good.
Guys, please stop spamming the fucking chat. God damn it, dude.
There are no graphics. You might as well fix it, Lokesh. Just do it yourself. Why do you have Cruz doing it for you?
What? No, I'm like...
Dude,
I don't know how to use Photoshop, man.
We're gonna sit in delay for 3 minutes, so
what do you mean, have time to fix it then. Man? Dude, the stream delay is the best time for me to ditch you two.
I'm just glad
and go get some water or food.
I'm just glad Big Ichi's here because now he can see the correct champion to pick into Cassidy. Hint: it's not Silas.
They're not out of the tournament yet. You know, it could still Silas into.
That's what I'm saying. Now he gets to see. I mean, it might not be good. He ran it down on Lucian game 1, but that's the champion you should have picked into Cassidy, not into Silas the next game. You should have done that.
I really don't know why they keep putting Youngest Slay back in the mid.
Big Ichi, I will play Cassidy for you. You guys have seen Wandon on Cassidy, but trust me, my Cassidy is better than Brandon's.
You know what, Big Ichi, I like it. If you go AFK for a month, your team will lose, but without you.
Your team will lose, however, you will go back to the mountains and come back, and you will make another 1v9 Echo play to win your team the game.
That was going to be my point. If your team could just not schedule any games the whole time you're gone, if they just could keep putting it off, and then you come back, then you get another 2 or 3 hype games in there, and maybe you guys make it to finals. But if your team has to schedule a game and you're gone, I mean, we saw how that went before you showed up.
Yeah, they had to deal with scumbag Blaz.
We saw Ben try to carry.
It didn't work out.
Spoilers. But you mentioned earlier you don't like Youngest Slay on mid. I get it. No. I get it this game, because this game, Cassidy's in the game, and
yeah, but you could just gank him from the jungle.
True.
Before level 6.
True, and as much as I was saying him on Cassidy is fine, because if you put somebody there that just makes him free farm, then your mid laner can come help you, and maybe you can just snowball the game like you did last game, and they literally just kind of ignored Cassidy, and in the team fights they managed to kill him, but they just didn't play. He didn't have enough impact on Vlad early game to stop them from snowballing.
Yeah.
And Cassidy's kind of the same way, but I just know they're thinking in the back of their mind this is what used to be a Cassidy one trick. I think Cassidy still is most played, but Brandon does have some actual other champions he could play now. But this is a former Cassidy one trick that, I mean, if he gets anywhere in the late game, it's just doomed. And so I think they're getting really hard. They're really hard tunneling on. I can't let Cassidy get late game, so I have to body him. I can't let somebody else.
You know what I'm gonna tell you? What's gonna happen is that Youngest Slay is gonna body Cassidy to 1/4 HP in the first 5 minutes. Then Olaf's gonna come mid and kill him 4 times, and then Cassidy's gonna be super fed. That is my prediction for this game. It happened in the first game, so I have some data to back me up on this.
I think the data extends beyond that.
Lucian's just not in a good spot, and if he builds him not lethality, then I'm gonna be distraught.
Upset.
I am distraught. Yeah.
I think it actually I think it actually goes beyond that, because As like a common solo queue occurrence as well, Lucian's just strong early against a lot of mid laners, so he pushes up and then the jungler comes and Lucian just gets like absolutely railed.
Hey, he has a Shen. So if they get to level 6, Shen can come save him maybe.
Yeah, but they have a Vayne on the other team, so Shen is just gonna like disappear slowly after each bolt hits him.
True. I mean, and I'm not. Yeah, I think the Vayne is actually a pretty good pick from blue side. We didn't really talk about it a ton, but I think you can probably get away with it pretty easy here. I mean, it's not just for lane, because even if you leave lane even or ahead, like it doesn't mean you're suddenly like strong in the game. ADCs just aren't that strong until they get 3 items, no matter how good you do in lane. But I don't think Wagner and 13 Green Ninjas have shown enough in lane, at least, that you're worried about them punishing you, even if they get the stronger bot lane pick.
Yeah, Dark Harvest is not the move on Swain support.
No.
Electrocute.
Yeah.
Is the Ignite okay on Graves instead of
I
Flash?
like it.
Yeah, Ignite is fine with Phase Rush.
I mean, Flash is still good, but I could see the Ignite coming in really, especially if you're trying to gank that Kassadin with Lucian.
I don't even feel like it's for the Kassadin. I don't even feel like it's for ganking Kassadin. It gives you such a huge advantage against Olaf in the jungle.
True.
In the 1v1.
So does Flash.
Flash indeed does, but like the idea behind it is you have Nimbus Cloak, so you don't really need Flash. You can just kind of run him down.
Okay, I get that.
With the Ignite, and Graves actually does have the ability to outdo Olaf if you mechanically play it right in the early game.
Yeah, so I don't. The pauses are mental diffing me. True. Hey, you know what? You said the casters were bad last game, Blue Chess, and you lost. So you haven't said it yet, but I feel no sympathy for you on the pauses. I only feel sympathy for whoever has to play these games next.
Why do they keep pausing? Is it like they pause for like 3 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. Nobody is saying. Looks like people are just leaving. Jungle taking a doo-doo.
Josh promised to pan the next person that pauses.
Classic.
Man, I'm gonna be awake until 1 in the morning!
I really want. Would you know how to? Can we see the other runes that Swain took? Like Dark Harvest, just like not the move. Like what is the point of taking Dark Harvest, right? Because like are you trying to like outscale Kassadin like using Dark Harvest because you're Swain? Like you don't do that.
I think Electrocute would have been way better here. Not only that, they did take Cosmic Insight and Biscuits when I would have preferred like a sorcery page with like Nimbus Cloak or something.
No, that's fine, but should have taken Stopwatch. Like what?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah, Stopwatch. Like even Stopwatch would have been like way better, but.
I mean, I still think you make 13 Green Ninjas your ADC, and you make Wagner play support this game, and you have Swain ADC with Conqueror. But hey, they don't listen to me. I think late game, I'm not saying it's amazing, but I think Swain's actually like a pretty good late game answer into Kassadin. I mean, he's not better than Kassadin by any means.
Swain gets fucking popped off his ass by Kassadin late game.
I've seen plenty of games that had like Swain mids or
Swain support.
Yeah, I mean, no, this is Swain support. I mean, if he plays ADC Swain and like actually goes like a carry, I think he might be like he's a good enough team fighter to where like
okay.
he can actually like interact.
Oh my God.
Swain missed his they're not gonna have the damage or the crowd control to get this.
It's fine,
bro.
Flash
what
taunt
about
from Shen?
man?
No,
maybe.
No, it's not. Okay.
Hey, they make him go back to base. Is he gonna miss anything? No. But you made him uncomfortable. Meanwhile, blue side got a ward onto the red, and they're probably just gonna trade red buffs here. Actually, they're backing, so they might not get anything. They might literally lose their red buff and just lose their red buff for that invade. Will Graves go to his red? No. Yes, he needs Shen to go with him. And they need to actually get lucky to win that 1v1 with a level 1 Olaf with axe spam.
He's
gonna die.
Did not use her flash. I don't know why they pinged that.
Graves has no ward. If they he's gonna see them, okay. But he's just gonna get rooted up by Maokai instantly. He just walks right in there, completely ignores that, uses Nimbus Cloak with his Ignite to actually burst out Koma. They're gonna instantly get the first blood, that Ignite coming in handy already. Koma not willing to burn his flash here. Jokulioka might go down as well. Swain has just DC'd for some reason, but that's a double kill really early into the game. Now Wagner's being jumped onto by Blue Chest because Swain just decided to go AFK. But a 1k gold lead at level 1. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's really the Ignite. The Ignite that saved them there.
Yeah.
It was a good response from the Shen, though.
Good call from my man Lokesh about using the Ignite to beat Olaf. Olaf wasn't willing to burn his flash to stay on top of the Graves. I mean, I don't know if he didn't have his axe on cooldown, it might not have mattered, but with the Ignite and Nimbus Cloak, Graves was able to just run away, proc his phase rush, and just dip. And that Ignite damage early was enough to take him down.
I'm just saying, man, Lokesh in the jungle these days, way better than Lokesh in the jungle back then.
Lokesh in the jungle is so good. It's actually true. I mean, Lokesh's knowledge, his brain, I mean, there's a lot of big things on Lokesh, but his brain might just be the biggest.
Damn. What about does Lokesh in the jungle beat Lokesh in the side lane?
Lokesh goes in the jungle and then ends up in the side lane. We
Nice.
have seen the Shen Maokai matchup. This is the second time in a row that they've played it. It's going about the same as it did the first, where Shen kind of bodies him early, but we'll have to hope he can actually place his W a little bit better so Maokai doesn't get random kills on him.
Well, this time he didn't get hit by every single minion in the wave. Okay, but it might change here.
True. This time he also did start with an extra kill. He hasn't bought yet, so it really doesn't matter, but he did start with a kill and an assist and already has a 700 gold lead. So...
interesting Swain walk-up.
I think you could just say interesting followed by anything with Swain in it at this point in the game, and...
I believe in this one. You know what? 180... 360, 420 this around on the Swain.
What? What? Okay. Lokesh, translate.
Wait, what? Sorry?
I need you to translate.
Translate what?
Mary said words and I didn't understand them.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention, so...
Oh, well, okay.
Lokesh was in the jungle.
Yeah, I was in the jungle.
Yeah, he was in the side lane.
I was in red. I was in Red Lightning's jungle, going towards Raheem's side lane. That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
good one.
That's
Okay, but you did no combo there?
Oop, stop in the back of Maokai, but now you're under turret. Oh, Maokai, just use your W while he's still under turret. Maokai could have got a solo kill there. I don't know, maybe it wasn't on cooldown, but if he had W'd before he, like, auto-attacked, then Shen takes another turret shot and probably dies.
Okay, I reversed my position on the Swain again. That was definitely a missed opportunity for a combo. It's where you EWQ, and you pull into the W. But, oh well. You know, the bot lane's not doing bad. Vayne's actually up ahead in gold here. In a little bit.
Wisher's gonna be, he's missing some CS. This is what you expect for Cassin at this point. He's feeling probably fine. He took a Doran shield, which is what you want. He hasn't been chunked out too hard. He has used his potion, but still half health, has teleport, has fleet footwork. He's just chilling. He's just vibing in this lane, trying to get any kind of minions he can. Still about a 1k gold lead at this point.
I think their Swain's having some problems. Yep.
It appears like that.
Damn, we really struggling with internet today.
Yeah. Isaac's internet wasn't that great.
Somebody might need to investigate whether or not League Ball team is DDoSing the Rams of Love, because this is starting to look a little suspicious.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about some next season insider info. Sources say I will be returning to the jungle next VCU LCS season and have Red Lightning be my mid laner.
Oh, I'm hype already. Yeah.
Can we get Dane in the top lane?
Yeah, if you can't, Dane, if you can't pick us both, don't pick either of us. You have to make sure you pick us. Whoever.
Either that, or we just run it back with Clout9.
True. Whoever picks last in the first round, just pick again. You get the back-to-back pick. Just pick us up.
Yeah, we run it back with Clout9.
Skip the diamond player.
Yeah, you guys saw what happened when I got picked early in the first round, and you don't want to come in last place. So, just let me fall. Whoever thought I was good was wrong.
Nah, dude, we gotta run it back with Clout9 and put Charlie in the top lane.
Sure. Jung, where you at?
Mr. Benjamin is asking me to jungle tonight. I will think about it.
That's the point we're at with these pauses. I'm actually super excited already. I know that we still are in the playoffs. We have a lot of playoff games still left. We're not even to the semifinals yet. And but I'm already thinking about next season. VCU LCS will be exciting next season. If you have any sources about who's going to play and where months in advance in a amateur league at a university, please give me the info.
I'm about to watch this Olaf gank this Lucian and kill him.
True, it's probably gonna happen. Youngest Lady does have his flash though, so he might be okay.
Man, like, just get in the game, please. Like, just play it 4v5 or 3v5, man.
Lokesh, don't you do better late at night, though? Because you did wake up, like, an hour ago.
I mean...
Here comes Olaf. Graves is nearby, too, though.
I mean, it's not that. Like, I have work to do. So I want to, like,
Graves is taking a weird way around, and actually he's going to catch out Kolma here. He's just going to start beating him down.
He does have the Ignite up. He will
Olaf
be able to run the
away,
Olaf down. Yeah, goodbye, Kolma.
And
wow.
That's actually what you want. You give Youngest Lady the kill. Graves uses Ignite, which is fine, because you got the extra damage there, and then Youngest Lady still has his flash, his Ignite. He's level 6 now, and he got the extra kill, so even if he didn't get it on Kassadin, he's just already scarier.
He's got a blue buff, too. He could just stay in lane and bully Kassadin even harder.
Yeah, this is going pretty good for the Lucian here. Graves is playing this game really well. He does use his Ignite there. It's not going to pick up the kill onto Kassadin, so a little bit of a missed opportunity there, but he's going to make him back and burn his teleport, so not too bad.
I'm trying my real hardest just not to, like, blame the Swain too hard. Like, just, like, I don't know, as a support person, so I'm gonna just chill out right there.
It's fine. She's a sub. She can take it. No. Actually, we try not to flame here on the cast desk. Thank you very much.
I will flame, and I don't care.
I only flame good that sounded like flame right there. I only flame the highest ranked players because I know they can take it. Lower ranked players, I don't like to flame because usually if they're doing badly, it's because they're playing against higher ranked players. So it's not really like a fair matchup. I usually like to talk about what they do best instead because we're sweet and nice over here.
No.
On the casting desk.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
You might be sweet and nice, Red Lightning, but I am packing the heat and I will flame as much as I can.
It's not the only thing he's packing. What?
Man, you're making me feel some things.
I'm on top of it tonight.
Exactly.
No joke there? Okay. It's fine. I tried to set you up, it's fine. Shin getting some damage over here on this Maokai. Continuing to abuse him a little bit. Up to about a 20 CS lead already, so looking pretty good. Wisher feeling a lot better now that he has access to his ultimate. Not pressured quite as hard in this lane. He can probably pick up a few more minions. He's only down 14 CS. What can he say? He bought the cheap Seekers.
No, Lucian, don't do it.
Oh, here comes Nautilus. Lucian still has flash, though.
He's gonna build Kraken's Lair again.
Yeah. He doesn't flash the Nautilus, so it does get Ignite up.
Oh,
The Shen ult coming in clutch, and down goes Nautilus. Kolma's here as well, though.
He actually misses the R flash. That's actually really tragic. He misses his R flash and he doesn't get the kill on Lucian. That was
it was honestly kind of a smurf play there by Terrain. Terrain managed to ult onto Lucian to keep him alive from the Ignite, and then the second that Kassadin and Flash ulted, he actually flash taunted him in place. So they picked up the easy kill and kept Lucian alive twice. So really well played by Terrain there. Did an awesome job.
Wins those trades really hard there. Kaiser's just a better one-on-one champ at this stage in the game. He's got
red buff taken away from Olaf. Tried to steal his own red buff with a Q from the bush, but can't quite do it.
Alright, well, my prediction was wrong, and I take back everything I said.
Yeah. Youngest Lady's having a really, really good game. I mean, his team is playing really good around him. I have to give him a lot of credit. Ferris Man is absolutely smurfing in the jungle right now. And Terrain is the only reason that didn't just go, that wasn't just an 0 for 0, or a 0 for 1, and Lucian just dies instantly and the fight's over. So, well played by everybody. Bot lane is playing really good this game, and by that I mean they're even on CS, and they haven't died.
Oh, Vayne opted for the call, and finished boots.
Yeah, I guess they just assumed they weren't going to interact, and so far they haven't really. But I think that's fine. I think that, Swain's playing pretty good, and Wagner playing pretty good just to stay alive. I mean, you don't need to be ahead right here. Your team's up 3,000 gold at 9 minutes. Like, just farm up to be relevant. Farm even. Kaisa scales really good. Swain support scales pretty decent. And farm up, stay relevant, and make sure you're not hindering your team while they kind of smurf on the top side of the map here.
Decent trade coming in. Fleet footwork letting him get away from a bit more hurt. But yeah, I mean, it is the Ignite Graves showing through. It is the optimal setup into Olaf. Because normally Olaf just claps people in early duels in the jungle. Maybe a bit of aggression. Never mind.
I wish
normally Olaf just like claps people early in duels, but at Ignite and Phase Rush just lets him like run the Olaf down the 1v1, and he is playing it mechanically very well. So, props to my boy Raheem.
I would have liked to see Lucian opt and grab like a Vamp Scepter early on, even if it's not like what you're building into. Because I think it just makes your lane so much easier here. Yeah, it's not as much damage, but like you're taking these trades to the Kassadin, and he's trading back. The minions are trading onto you, and he's trading back a little bit of damage, and it's fine. But you know, Kassadin having to be super defensive. He has the refillable potion. He has Doran's shield. He has fleet footwork. He has all these ways to kind of keep himself healthy. So even if you slightly win the trade, Kassadin heals up more, and then you just kind of chunk yourself out over and over with these trades. I think you could be a lot more aggressive on Lucian if you just bought a little bit of lifesteal, so that you can, you know, take an aggressive trade, heal back up with the minion wave, and actually win out on the health battle over time, instead of kind of like you see now, where Wisher's full health and he's half. Wagner's actually getting jumped onto by
Never mind.
The bot lane here, but Terrain uses ultimate to save him, keep him up.
Yeah, Shen's just so annoying. Like, you just see like the fattest of shields coming through, and you're like, okay, well, they just live.
That's good for blue side though.
It is. It is very good.
You obviously want to get the kills there, but if you're making Shen ult defensively just to keep people alive, they didn't get anything with the Shen ult. They just kept blue side from getting kills. And this is a Vayne, you know, kills are great, but she's gonna scale. So Shen's, you know, helped you out a little bit, but now Shen has no ultimate to save your Lucian, or to use it to get into a fight the next time your Lucian goes aggressive, the next time your Graves goes aggressive, and you can actually win that fight then. Vayne might be caught out, but no, Graves turns around.
Yeah, no, Lucian actually finishing this Kraken Slayer and having enough gold to get his Vampiric Scepter, so he is...
there you go.
That's what you want to see. But the Kassadin did build Seeker's Arm Guard as his first item, along with buying a tier, which puts him a little further off of like an item that he might actually use to do damage. But you're Kassadin, so I guess you don't really care that much right now.
Yeah, you're just chilling. You're just trying to scale up. I mean, you're not going to be relevant for a while. You're 0-1, which, I mean, on Kassadin, it's really not that big of a deal. But you're, because of the Olaf's has died twice, Maokai has died, Nautilus has died, Lucian's actually up to, and with the CS lead, Lucian's actually up to about 2,000 gold lead. So,
oh my god, that is so much damage on Kolma.
He's going to just barely live. Using the flash, and when Youngest Slays was about 2 seconds up. The
crit third auto Kraken Slayer with the true damage just dealt so much damage, and I feel like if at least like 2 more shots from the Culling landed, he would have died. But yeah, I mean, Lucian's just really strong right now.
Yeah, don't fight him, Wisher. Just chill. Like, I don't think Kassadin's particularly weak. It's just that Lucian's strong.
Yeah.
Lucian, Graves, and Shen are all up a significant amount of gold on their counterparts. But Kassadin still has the same amount of gold as Kaisa, and more gold than the supports, obviously. So it's not like he's doing a bad job. It's not like he's having a bad lane. It's just Lucian got strong. That sucks. You need to just keep him from getting any stronger. You will outscale. Your team, you have Vayne and Kassadin. Your team, there's nothing your team can't outscale.
What is Swain building? Is that Imperial Mandate?
Bandle Glass Mirror, which I think does that build into Imperial Mandate? I don't play support.
It's definitely Imperial Mandate. I don't think you go any other item.
Yeah, I think you do that on Swain.
I mean, Leandri's is just so good. I guess.
Yeah, I think Imperial Mandate's good on Swain though.
Yeah.
If you want to actually build a support item, I think it's good. It's the best support item, by far. But I mean, Leandri's is better, but it's going to cost more gold. You literally don't have kills in this lane. It's 0-0-0 at this point, so not a lot of income for this Swain. No assists, no accidental kills. So just grab the cheaper item, I guess, is what they're but I think it'd be a little bit more useful early.
How do I check gold?
X.
All right. I mean, if she had decided to buy it, she would have been 200 gold off right now.
You gotta remember that you have your starting item and potions and
wards, I
control
guess.
wards and stuff. Yeah, so it'd still be a little ways away. I mean, if she doesn't have Imperial Mandate yet, she wouldn't have Leandri's. Yeah. Ooh, ult array right on from blue chest. Here comes the Shen ult though. Gonna try to keep Youngsley alive a little bit longer. A little bit of a wasted ult there. Cassidy comes in trying to pick up the shutdown. Maokai flashes on him and gets him locked up. He is going to get down really, really low. He ends up going down. Cassidy falls right afterwards, though. Blue Chest uses stopwatches to keep himself alive a little bit longer, and now Kolma is into the fight. He's kind of looking a little bit like Youngest Lay last game. He's just really, really hard to kill. Does a lot of damage. He picks up 2 kills, even though he was behind a lot.
Baraga is going aggressive on the Wagner, though. Vayne just out-damages Kaisa through all stages of the game. And yeah, I mean, you just see the power of the Vayne pick, and Kaisa is something you don't want to pick into. One thing that I would like to say is Vayne has % health true damage every 3rd auto attack. Kaisa has % health magic damage every 5th auto attack. So, yep. And it doesn't even help when you get Rage Blade either, because Kaisa it becomes every 3 autos, Vayne it becomes every 2 autos. So, always just going to be out DPS'd throughout all stages of the game. So, I mean,
not early game, but also Kaisa didn't have any mana there, so no tools for escape.
I mean, even if she did have mana, Vayne just historically does very well into Kaisa, so...
You don't want this Kolma. I mean, I guess you have Cassidy in here, but I still don't think you want it. Is he going to live? He does die to the Ignite, actually. I think Ferris Man might actually win this against Wisher. No, he's going to get a little bit low. One more
Shutdown goes over to the castle win. Youngest Light is here, though. Never mind, he's just going to ult away, because he is casting. He has a flash on a 1-second cooldown.
And a blue buff. Yeah, that's not what you want. Yeah. Big gold swing, actually. I mean, they're still down like 2.5 to 3,000 gold. But they picked up a 4-for-1 in that fight, got some shutdowns, and then now you get another shutdown on the Kassadin. Like, this is exactly what you want. Now your Olaf is strong enough to actually have an impact in this game, and maybe try to keep you afloat in these team fights. And now Kassadin's 900 or 500, 700 gold.
Caught out here, maybe. Yeah, that's a dead Lucian.
Dead for sure.
Oh,
another kill going over to Brandon Wandon.
Swain does not have the damage here.
Yeah.
And that's rough.
Don't use your flash like that. Just don't.
I get it. You're hoping that maybe he doesn't have enough mana, and if he does, you know, he's still level 12. Like, it's not on 1 second. It's like 2 seconds. So, you know, you're trying to just burst him instantly as fast as you can.
You can't. You built Imperial Mandate. You're no longer the damage dealer on the team. You have to rely on other people to do the damage for you.
TP is coming in for Wandon, though. He's going to go see if he can save Mr. Joko Lyoko. Is going to burst out the Swain pretty fast. Picks up another kill as Mr. Beorauga gets a kill. Double kill in the bot lane as Wisher is actually winning this 1v1 against Shen. Picks up another one on a killing spree. All of a sudden swung from 0-2 to 4-2. Washington League Ball team up 2 kills.
What happened?
Swain goes top. Swain goes top to pick up a kill on Maokai, right? But Wisher ends up TPing in just as the Maokai's able to stall long enough. Instantly bursts out the Swain, and then all of a sudden, it's like easy pickings for him to go onto the Shen right afterwards because he has max ultimate stacks. Over on in the bot lane, Nautilus and Vayne. I mean, you have a CC plus a very high damage ADC against a very low damage ADC in the early game in Kaisa.
Run.
Okay, Beorauga's on a rampage. This is not looking good.
All right, well, GG.
I think that might be.
That might be.
I mean, I think it is. That has to be the fastest throw of a game I've ever seen in my entire life. You're just sitting at a fat 5,000 gold lead at 15 minutes. You're just absolutely crapping on everybody, and then now Kassadin and Vayne have shutdowns, and they were. Vayne is not that crazy. She was even farming with Kaisa for the entire game, and then
now
she just pops off solo kill Kaisa twice.
She's up almost 3,000 gold on Kaisa now.
Yeah, remember how Lucian was up 2,000 gold at 10 minutes? Yeah,
that's
now
pretty
he's
much
up
even.
100.
It's pretty much even, yeah.
Yeah, so you Kassadin's just gonna beat you now if you're Lucian. I think he just wins the 1v1 now. He has Seekers, he has Leandri's, he's just gonna beat you 1v1. You went for Kraken Slayer, not lethality. So
I think there's one big thing that we need to take into account this game, and it's that Red side is a full AD team comp, and the Swain is not a full AP. He's building Imperial Mandate.
I mean, Wagner has some magic damage.
I mean, with the Kraken Slayer, it does not seem like an AP Kai'Sa to me.
It's not going to be an AP Kai'Sa, but she still does some magic damage, even if she doesn't build AP. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's not enough. I'd still call it a full AD team comp, but like, it's not like you have no magic answers. And I mean, yeah, Maokai is tanky, but right now he's not really a problem. You know, you were trying to win snowball this early, and you were just on track to snowball it early and walk it in, and just some huge misplays in these fights, and suddenly you're way behind. I mean, I think the only way they win now is if you got to take this dragon fight, you got to win it, and you got to get the dragon. You can't. You got to get
Swain is just dead.
Yeah, Swain's gonna go down
Wisher's
super
unstoppable here. Bearaga, his shield goes pop, shutdown goes over to Wagner, but he's in the middle of multiple people. What Youngest Slay will also fall. Double kill goes over to Wisher, and a triple kill goes in. That's 3 more kills over to the Caston. 4-0 in the team fight. That's an easy Ocean Drag picked up. Yeah, I think that's game. 7-2-2 Caston, 4-1 Vayne.
Gold lead is completely tied up. They're gonna grab the dragon, stop the dragon stacking. No more Ocean Soul, and I mean Shen wasn't there. Shen did not have ult. Well, I think he actually ulted in the fight, but he died too fast for Shen to come in.
No, it's Swain building Imperial Mandate might be like just like so bad. Like you might as well just go Zanya's first item, like because if you're just gonna sit there and pop as they pop you, then it's like what are you doing? I'm glad she bought the stopwatch now.
They stopped playing to their game plan, so they were winning super hard. They're winning jungle, they're winning top, they're winning mid, and they're just sitting there even bot. And I think not even because Swain necessarily played it badly. I still think the item choice is fine actually, but Swain leaving bot lane, I think really kind of messed it up. So maybe you're not accelerating the game as fast as you want to. But with everybody in their lanes, they just start snowballing super hard. Well, Swain came up and started trying to start fights, and Nautilus came with her, and then Nautilus just had a much bigger impact in these fights.
The thing is, like, Wagner is just dead.
Yeah.
The Manamune on the Cassidon just bringing out the big burst damage.
They're all dead.
Yeah. This is like big brain play from League Ball team because the Nautilus it starts all your engages and whoever he ults is just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
didn't have to be that way though. They were doing it so good with using your Shen ult to tank up that engage and then just win. But they left bot lane in the 2v2.
What is that visual bug? What the heck?
in the 2v2, Vayne couldn't do anything.
Oh my god, dude, I'm just seeing Manamune Caston just ripping through everyone, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm glad they're nerfing that next patch. So for those in the chat that don't know what the interaction is, Manamune procs on all abilities. Absolutely everything. Magic damage or physical damage, this current patch, right? So a lot of these scaling mages can, in fact, go Manamune. Once they get their Muramana, they will be like just one-shotting people with their abilities.
Yeah, it does an extra on-hit 116 damage on right now for Caston. So every ability he does an extra 116 physical damage now.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's like every ability. It's not even, you don't even have to auto attack them, but I mean that's you're not getting AP, I guess, from it. But there are very few items that give you. There are very few items that give you 116 AP, and there are very few abilities that give you a 1.0 AP ratio. So you're getting way more damage than you'd be getting otherwise.
They are nerfing that next patch, so it's only physical damage, so mages can't build it anymore. Which I think is good. It's not intended to be a mage item. So good riddance for that. Maybe bring back Seraph Shield as an option. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's just Manamune damage. Like, can't do anything about it. They're just all dead, aren't they?
There's no response from Red Team now. You've just been outscaled. I mean, we talked about it. There's just nothing.
Bearaga is like just diving, fucking inhib towers. Like, yeah, I think this is a GGFF.
Yeah, I think this is an FF.
They forgot their game plan. I mean, Swain left bot lane. Vayne and Nautilus couldn't win that 2v2, but Vayne can win that 1v1. And so we saw Vayne just start killing Wagner on spawn, basically. Just farming him down there in the 1v1. Swain was a lot less useful than Nautilus. I mean, that's part of just the champ, but just they couldn't find the right fights with Swain versus Nautilus, and they took some bad ones. I mean, you know, Cassidon and Koma and Joko Yoko just rotated around better, and they went 4-for-1 across the map, and that instantly snowballed them back in. All you needed was basically a shutdown onto any of these two hyperscaling champs, and you're done.
Just flash E's for the true damage, presses Gore Drinker, heals back to full. Baoraga is just level 15, just he's so strong right now. 7-1-9 for the carry line, 12-3-6, 7-3-11. Everyone on League Ball. This is the clappening. This last game was the clappening. GG's to League Ball team. Let's see if we can get an interview from somebody in. I will.
I'd look for Baoraga maybe. I'm not sure. I think.
Actually, fuck the interview. I gotta go play my game.
Oh yeah, true.
In the meantime, I will look for another. I'll hopefully start another stream up shortly. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you guys stay for the next game. 2D Sim Squad versus Wooloo Gang once again. Just show the damage charts really quickly. All right, peace out, guys.